The former Infosys big man and chairman of the Manipal Global Education Services, Mohandas Pai, has claimed he has been verbally abused by a local MLC in Bengaluru over, guess what? Over illegal parking of a car on a city footpath. When Mohandas Pai pointed it out, apparently he was abused and the individual brandished an MLC, a local MLC sticker. Mr. Pai has later tweeted the picture, addressing it to the Karnataka Chief Minister, Mr. Siddaramaiah, the city's police commissioner, as well as the traffic police. The police then swung into action and a fine was imposed on the driver. Okay, joining me on Skype from Singapore is Mohandas Pai, chairman of the Manipal Global Education. Mr. Pai, tell us a little bit more. Was this incident a minor incident over a parking space problem, or were you abused because you pointed out that this MLC, so-called MLC, could not keep putting his car on a parking footpath?
No, I was abused by this person using very filthy language in Kannada and asking me, did I know who he was? Did I know, how dare I talk to him? How dare I tell him to move on the footpath? He's a big fellow, and do I know who he was, again and again? And he used very, very filthy language against me to say, how dare you talk to me? How dare you do that? And he went inside the car and showed a red card with the MLC parking sticker on that. I'm trying to track him. The car is registered in the name of Sunil B. Patil, son of Shivappa Nayak Baradar, PNT Colony, RT Nagar, Bangalore. And I'm trying to find out who the gentleman is. I got half his body as a photograph. I tweeted to the Commissioner of Police, and the Commissioner of Police was good enough to get it registered and penalize him. But I think it's symbiotic of an attitude of political leaders and people in power. They think that citizens have no right to question them. They're a law unto themselves. They can do what they want. And there is an arrogance of power. It's a very feudal attitude. The gentleman is not from Bangalore. He's from outside. And he was sitting down there like a big lord. And I think it's very abusive. And I was walking around in my slippers and a kurta, like an Aam Aadmi, which I do all the time. And I think it's a tendency they have towards ordinary people who protest against misuse of power and doing illegal things. It's the largest symbiotic problem that we have in this country, which people like you have been pointing out for quite some time, Radip.
So you think this was a VVIP trying to sort of show his arrogance of power, or someone who was misusing the idea of an MLC? He might have had a MLC card with him, which he was trying to use to show off.
I think it's very clear he belongs to a political party because he's wearing a white dress, a white t-shirt, white shoes, white pants. And you know these types, right? They go around in a particular dress. They go around all around the place. And he doesn't come from Bangalore. He comes from the north of Karnataka. And it's very obvious these are all feudal people. And I'm told this person is somewhere from Belgaum or some other place in the north. And it's very clear. It's an attitude, Radip, that we all of us must fight. Because they think they're the masters and we're all the servants. And they abuse people who they think are poor.
Let's leave it at that. I'm glad that you put it out on Twitter and you've tried to expose him. More power to you and anyone else who is subject to this kind of VVIP abuse. I appreciate Mohandas Pai, you joining us all the way from Singapore, where you are at the moment.